A terrifying secret hidden by an ordinary-looking house. Why is a poltergeist hunting a mother and her son? Don't miss out. The psychics will uncover a shocking murder. You are watching Psychic Investigations, a project of true and astonishing stories. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants use their supernatural abilities to investigate resonant criminal cases and incredible paranormal phenomena. "29-year-old Valya, from a small Ukrainian village, has reached out to the psychics. The woman works as a nursery maid, and she's panicked by her own home. She says some invisible, sinister force is trying to drive her family out of there.
I felt the touch of icy hands, like someone was holding me.
I was cooking here. I took out a plate, and it knocked it out of my hands, and the plate broke. I got scared because something hit my hand hard.
All the things in the house have a life of their own, and the clocks are doing something devilish."
They started going counterclockwise. It's a really bad sign.
Valya suspects that something otherworldly has settled in her family house.
I was sleeping and felt something choking me, grabbing my throat. I woke up because I was coughing.
The same thing is happening to the other members of the family at night.
I woke up feeling someone watching me. It felt like someone was standing at my feet.
I couldn't see its face, only a black shadow standing there. I closed my eyes in fear and...
In the morning after these terrible dreams, bruises and scratches appear on the woman's body.
Here, and on my legs. All my legs were blue.
One day, Valya saw her own reflection in the mirror, but it was so terrifying that she almost died afterward.
There was a silhouette of an old woman. Her hair was gray, and she was all wrinkled.
After such a terrifying vision, she was urgently hospitalized.
My blood pressure soared. They thought I wouldn't survive. It's awful. It's simply awful.
Valya is desperate.
I'm even afraid to tell someone that something like this is happening to me, so people don't think I'm crazy. I even got a certificate that I'm not insane. And a doctor examined me.
The last straw was when this inexplicable mystical force almost killed Valya's 12-year-old son, Vitya.
My son was playing with his friend. Here on the floor, they were playing chess. When they stepped away, a piece of the ceiling suddenly collapsed with the wallpaper and everything. It collapsed right where they were sitting. What if they hadn't stepped away? I wouldn't have survived it.
The woman even called a priest to bless her house, but the horrors didn't stop. So now the hope is only on the psychics.
I can't go on living like that.
Tarologist Yana Pasinkova and sorcerer Andriy Satanenko, who works with blood, hearts, skulls, and animal brains, took on the case. However, for us, the main thing is not the means, but the result. So, the psychics head to Valya's house.
Why do you need this?
This morning, I was praying to my master, asking him to help me. And this skull fell off the shelf. This is a dog's skull. Out of 100 roads, a dog will always pick the right one.
All right, let's see. A woman in blood. What is happening to Valya is because of this woman, and the connection goes through a child.
Stop the van.
Andriy, where are you going?
A woman comes out to meet the psychic. But who is she?
My master sent me to you. Do you serve him?
Yes.
Don't give up your service. My master brought me to this house because that woman is possessed. She delivered a message from him. She said, "Look for the woman in the white mask. She knows more than she says. Find this woman and remove her mask.
It's unbelievable.
But who is the masked woman, and how is she related to the mystical occurrences in Valya's house? By the way, half the village has already gathered here.
Hello.
Hello.
We are begging you to help us.
You are a beautiful woman, but you are lonely. Where is your child's father? Did you divorce him?
Yes.
Valya's son is her only support. She divorced his father 8 years ago. She says he was her first and only love, and the biggest disappointment in her life.
People envied us because we lived very well.
Until her husband was changed by alcohol. When drunk, he became a different person. He raged, beat Valya, and later even took a mistress. Valya couldn't bear it.
I took the child and went home. I couldn't stand the humiliation.
Valya was left alone with a small son, without any support. To Valya's joy, her son grew up and started helping his mother with everything.
Andriy, let's start with the house. Do you have holy water? After all the rituals, please wash yourself with the water.
I'm not going in there.
The house was blessed, right?
Yes. On Epiphany.
I need to know about such things in advance. If the threshold is blessed, I won't step over it. I will have to work only in the yard.
All right, sit down, please. This is your property, but you don't live here.
We left it.
It turned out that Valya, along with her mother and son, has been renting another place for a month now. However, the family will soon have to return because she no longer has money to pay the rent.
There's evil roaming here. What is this?
It pushed her and she fell and twisted her leg.
I'm shivering. I can't even imagine how you lived here. It feels like someone is holding my leg, and the sensation is physical.
It dragged me off the couch.
It turned out that not so long ago, Valya experienced the same thing that happened to Yana Pasinkova.
Give me holy water and a cloth to wrap my leg. The leg was burning terribly. It felt like some fiery hand grabbed it. I had to stop it somehow. So I wrapped my leg and Valya's leg, which also the same hand had touched, with a towel soaked in holy water.
What kind of force has settled in this ordinary village house? And why is it driving the whole family to despair? Yana Pasinkova and Valya hurriedly go outside.
What's lying in this ground?
I found a cross in the garden, and we also found bread buried there. And coins.
A death curse.
Who did it?
Who wishes you death? It's a woman.
Who is she?
There's something else. I need to check the yard. Just a second.
It's over here.
Could it be a needle? I see it. There it is.
Don't touch it. Stop. Don't touch it.
Give me a tissue.
Oh God. Oh God. It's a great sin.
Somebody give me matches.
Does this mean that everything happening to the family is because of this needle? But who placed it in the yard, and why?
A woman.
She's older than you. A lot older. And there's a man between you. He's older too.
Well, I know who it is. She lives in the neighboring village.
We must go there.
Andriy, I need you to look at my leg. It burns terribly. Look.
It really grabbed you.
I see the fingers.
Yes, it's left by a palm.
I tripped with this foot.
Everyone is in shock. What kind of devilry is this?
My God, I'm so scared to go there.
About 50 people have already gathered near the house where Valya is taking us, and here is the woman she suspects of all her troubles.
Hello? What's your name?
Nadia.
Do you damn her?
I do, and I will continue to damn her.
It's because of your husband.
You intruded into my family. Why did you harass him?
I harassed him? Let him come out and say who harassed whom? Your husband did an indecent thing. He gave me a lift a couple of times. It was his initiative for us to communicate. Little by little, it turned into 5 years.
Stay away from my family.
Nobody's touching your family.
Wait, is she his first mistress?
No, but it's nobody else's business.
He's really old. Who would want him as a lover?
Where is your man? Bring him here. Hello, Petya. Do you understand your guilt?
I do understand it, yes.
Valya is not your first mistress.
Of course not. I've had a long life.
How old was she then? My card shows a child.
When I met her, she was 23.
How old are you?
59.
Anyone would envy such health.
Petya appeared in Valya's life when she was having a hard time in her life. She was going through the divorce with her husband, Vitya's father, who was her first and only love.
I need Valya.
She definitely harassed him.
No, ask him. Why are you asking me?
How dare you talk to me like that? I'll smash your face. Shut up.
Calm down and stop shouting.
He told me you cheated on him.
Did her mother ask you to leave her?
I asked you.
And what did I tell you? I said, okay, and then went away.
Oh yeah? And then you did it again.
Well, the man made a mess.
At that moment, my master gave me a sign again. Find the woman in the mask and remove it. The woman in the white mask knows more than she says. Find the mask and remove it. You are the woman wearing the white mask.
But what do I know?
A woman in a red dress, like blood. She is completely covered in blood.
Who did you kill? Yana, look. A dead child.
Is Valya a murderer of a child? And is what is happening to her and her family a punishment for her terrible sin?
I killed nobody.
The bloodied woman. You and her are connected.
Everyone in the village was shocked. It was terrible.
A hair-raising revelation. It turned out that Valya's brother Serhiy killed his son with his own hands. But what does the woman in blood have to do with it?
The answer to the question was in the child's death itself. So we needed to go to the place where it happened.
It's not far from here.
The locals still remember the tragedy that occurred in this house 5 years ago. The little son of Valya's brother was found stabbed in the house one morning. The boy was only 2 years old.
This is horrible.
My God, it's so awful. Dear God.
It's a bloody murder.
The boy still lives here. Andriy, come over here.
What happened, Yana?
Damn it.
Quiet, quiet.
It's strange, but when Yana mentioned the boy, the stove door suddenly opened.
My leg hurts again. Where's Valya? There was that stove. I spread the cards on the table, and the stove opened.
The boy was found in the stove.
What you felt in the house and here, is it the same spirit?
It's the same spirit. It's a boy, a little boy. He stands. This is what I see. He stands, and it's like he's holding your leg, standing next to you.
When he was little and still alive, he played like that. He said, "Auntie, auntie."
Honestly, I've seen a lot, but this... What they did to your nephew is just barbaric. His head was separated like this skull.
His head was severed.
They severed the head, right?
Yes. And put it in the stove.
And his hands were chopped off.
Hands, legs, and the head.
When the policeman opened the stove and the head fell out of it, he fainted and they barely revived him. He said, "In all my years, I've never seen anything like this."
Valya's 2-year-old nephew and Vera's grandson, Maxim, lived in this house with his parents. One day, the boy disappeared. The entire village searched for him, but the child lay with his head cut off in this stove. His father was blamed for the child's death. People still do not believe that a loving father killed his son, cut off his head, and hid it in the stove.
Who did this? Who's guilty of his death?
My God, the man is your bloodline. And the woman helped him.
Did they both kill him?
He couldn't have done it alone.
She killed the boy.
The boy's father, Serhiy, is serving a life sentence for the murder of his son. The mother, Inna, was a witness in the case and is now free.
The police asked if the mother was looking for the boy. I said no. She only pretended to look for him, but in reality, she did not.
The people suspect that the mother is also involved in the boy's murder. That is why she hurriedly moved away and didn't tell anyone where.
The woman helped him. She seems to have covered up the traces.
The father was drunk. He couldn't have cleaned up all the traces, but the room was clean. And we found drops of blood on the stove. So, he didn't clean it up. Only she did.
Then why was he imprisoned and she wasn't? She doesn't even know where her son is buried. She has never visited his grave.
She didn't come to the funeral. Everyone was there, but she was busy doing some paperwork.
The child lived worse than dogs live.
He went around the neighbors' houses, eating scraps from dogs' bowls because she was always drunk.
The neighbors would tell her, "Come and take your boy because he's around the doghouse, near the bowl."
Why didn't you take him home?
Before this happened, he lived with us for a week. We had a real chance to adopt him, but my husband refused.
I don't get it. The child was your blood, and he was little. You had the opportunity to save him. Do you understand that?
The white mask, it has no emotions. Closed eyes, closed mouth. Yana, do you understand what this is?
It's indifference.
Each one of you is wearing the mask of indifference. I am addressing everyone now. Each of you knew about this family. Who among you did at least something to prevent this from happening? Who?
Who could know this would happen?
Everybody knew.
While we watch someone else's grief, it seems to us that it doesn't concern us.
You have your community. You should help one another.
I wanted to take the boy home. It's been 6 years, but I still can't get over his death. I can't sleep at night or during the day. I constantly think about him. His eyes, face, hands, I remember all of it. The image is haunting me.
And it wasn't an accident that I fell in your house earlier today. His trace remained there.
I keep his umbilical cord and his dummy at home.
The umbilical cord?
Yes, in the cupboard.
In that room?
Yes.
The boy had been giving me signs from the very beginning, and I tripped in Valya's house, right near the place where his umbilical cord was kept in the cupboard. The boy desperately asks to be loved. He needs love, even after death, until his relatives atone for this sin of indifference, which is one of the most terrible sins. No ritual will remove this horror from their home. He returns to avenge you for your indifference. He takes revenge, and believe me, he will also take revenge on his father and mother. They will not live long.
She's already got either syphilis or AIDS. But what do we do?
You need to make amends.
Your future involves serving children.
Adopt someone.
Valya and her mother need to constantly ask for forgiveness from their brutally murdered nephew and grandson. It was their indifference that helped kill the little angel. And now only good deeds, prayers, and repentance can atone for their sin.
Thank you so much.
If you were touched by the story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Many more impressive investigations by our psychics are coming up.